Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make a zero chop vegetarian chili using some readily available ingredients. We've got our frozen peppers and onion blend, some spices, some seasonings, some cans of beans and tomatoes, vegetarian chili, and a little bit of olive oil for sautéing our vegetables in, and some texturized vegetable protein, which you can sub for your favorite meatless ground ingredient. If you use this product, you're just going to follow the directions on the back to get it ready. First thing we're going to do is measure it out. I'm just measuring 1 serving, which was 1 cup of the TVP. And you can add water or broth to rehydrate the TVP. My jar was down to the very bottom, so I added some warm water to it and just stirred it up to try to get all of that broth into the mixture. I just added partially the water to the cup and then the broth. Then I just put in the 1 cup of texturized vegetable protein and stirred it really well to make sure it was mixed thoroughly. Then to a large pot, we're going to add the frozen peppers and onions. You also have a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in there if you like. And we're going to turn it on while we have the heat on medium-high. Depending on how long you've had the bag of peppers sitting out, it will take a few minutes for them to thaw and soften. Next, just choose your favorite taco seasoning. I had some mild taco seasoning on hand. I added some extra seasonings, like 1 teaspoon of paprika. You could also use smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and stir that around really well. Still getting it to combine with those peppers and onions. And then you have the option to add 1 more spice, and that is some red pepper flakes. I just put in about 1/4 teaspoon. Depending on how much heat you like in your chili, you can increase it or decrease it, or you don't have to add it at all. Again, you're going to stir it around while this simmers and these ingredients blend. By now, the TVP has sat for a while and it's ready to fluff. So you're going to fluff that really well and add it to the pot with the peppers and onions. You see there's a little bit of liquid in there that the peppers and onions have given off. So stir that around so the TVP can add some flavor. It's continuing to simmer on low. In the meantime, you've taken the time to open some bunch of cans of things that will be ready to add. First, we're going to have a large can of crushed tomatoes. Next, some fire roasted diced tomatoes. And the fire roasted is optional. I think it adds a depth of flavor. 1 can of Ro-tel. Again, I chose the fire roasted. Seasoned ones, you can choose your favorite Ro-tel. And a can of vegetarian chili. Then we have just a can of V8 or any kind of tomato juice. We're going to have about 1 cup here. And instead of rinsing my cans with water, I'm just using that tomato juice to rinse out the last bits of the cans of ingredients that we added to the chili. Notice so far we haven't had to chop anything thanks to those frozen peppers and onions. Add in the rest of that tomato juice, and then come the beans. I had a can of black beans and a can of pinto beans. You could choose kidney or even a cannellini. Just 2 cans of beans. Choose your favorites. Mix that around really well. And then depending on how you like your chili, some people like it more thick than others. I added about 1 can of extra water. And it's going to take some time to simmer for about 20 minutes. Of course, like any good soup or chili, it tastes better the next day. But if you need a meal for right now, go ahead and serve it up once it's had some time to cook. You can top it with your favorite things. I hope you enjoy this really quick and easy chili. We'll see you next time.